But something's come up, something really important on his Chargen mod. That's a mod that he started working on more than a year ago, and I did use the beta version for the longest time, and it did work fine, really. Why did I switch back? I switched back to Abbot's mod, because with Abbot you could spawn randomly in any cell, including a modded cell, so it was completely random. But Merlord has been working on it quite a lot. He's added all kinds of different starting locations, also some equipment that you can have based on your starting location. And on top of all of that, he's also taken a look at the code for ahead of the classes so that the two mods work well together. Not well, perfectly together. I took that opportunity to update ahead of the classes. Nothing major. One of the things that I did that was rather time consuming, with the help of ChatGPT, I did hopefully improve actually. I did change the descriptions for the classes. I'm quite happy with them. You'll tell me what you think. And I introduced two new classes. One is the courier, directly inspired by Skyrim, got a message for you, your eyes only type of thing. Ooh, it's like it's my birthday all over again. Every week, in fact. It's very lucky that I don't have to take you there every time you make me a fancy latte. Thank you. Okay. Now there's no way I'm gonna kill my characters with such a delicious drink. Where was I?
If you do die, you lose the right to drink that latte.
Is that particular latte? So really what I should do is chug, and then start playing.
Will you enjoy it that much?
No.
There you go.
Yeah, boy. Where was I? Getting distracted by coffee and cats. This is not gonna help. What I did for ahead of the classes, there we go. The first class I added is the courier. The idea is you deliver messages. The gimmick for this class, you do have your starting equipment, you do have your starting spells if relevant, you do have your starting MWS's skills if relevant, but also you start with 2 or 3, I forgot how many I put. You start with a number of messages to deliver. So they're very, very simple quests where you get a reward worth between 50 and 100 septims, but you know what? It gives you something to do as your chosen class right off the boat or wherever it is you start your game. The second class I didn't come up with at all. I was talking with Glittergear, and Glittergear only plays a Daedrologist class. So I said, send me the class description and I'll add it. And so we have a second class courtesy of Glittergear. Without further ado, the plan for today, because I really, really want to play with the Chargen and ahead of the classes, we're gonna do Permadeath, because that is the best way. The very best way to create as many characters as possible in the duration of a stream. Oh, I even get chocolate! Thank you, love. It's white chocolate with caramelized almond.
No.
You took some of my chocolate?
It's the tax.
Let's do this. Let's make a new character. I propose we do a semi-random sort of character. That way we can create them reasonably quickly. Even a random character is going to take a lot of time because, you know, That's my favorite thing to do. What can I say? I absolutely love creating characters. That would require making characters and no backstory for them. You're absolutely right, Skink, but backstories, I like them. So we'll use the random thing. I've, tried it out quite a few times since Merlord sent me the newer version, and then the newest, and then the latest. So we could try things out, streamline a few things, find the new bugs, and Merlord immediately knocked them out. From trying, I made maybe a dozen characters. I think as you go through the different steps, it's harder and harder to find a good randomized whatever it is you're trying to do. But for example, by the time you've done everything, where you have a class, a race, and everything, and then you go randomize starting position, if you happen to be an imperial barrister who has the background something, and then you start pearl diving, it kind of doesn't work very well. But for now, random, not best out of 3. We have 3 opportunities. That was quick, Latte. But there is hope. Let me do the thing. It's me.
It's a latte.
It's another latte. Well, okay. So, random. Let's go. First, we could be an Armus Ra. A male Armus Ra. We kind of don't look stupid at all. This is Khajiit from elsewhere that can vary in appearance, blah, blah, blah. Do we keep this guy? The thing is, my Zinja is the same race. Anyway, you guys decide, yay or nay. We can click that reroll all 2 more times. Do we keep this guy? He's kind of good looking. He, to me right now, I think more of a good looking Bosmer than a Khajiit. I'll go with the first yay or nay in the chat. Wow, Latte, was really important that you change spot, relocate to continue grooming. No opinions on this guy? Well, I'm keeping him then. There we go. Pick a class. We randomized a class. The first possible class is a monk. As a Khajiit, monk hand-to-hand kind of makes sense, doesn't it? I think I'm gonna keep the monk. It goes quite well together. Right now in the other skills, hey Lastitin, welcome on in. In the other skills you see nothing. I remember that I've given the monk the staff skill, but I do not have the mod installed, so it doesn't show. All right, Khajiit monk. Okay, Latte. Yeah, there we go, better. Born under the sign of the warrior skirmisher. So far, it kind of aligns pretty beautifully. We are a Khajiit male. Zazirnis. Zazirnis. I think Zazie for friends. We are Zazie, the Khajiit monk. There you go. Chapel mage apprentice. No, that is... Oh my god, that is such a perfect fit, in fact. You know, monk, it sort of makes sense that in our youth, we were somehow affiliated with the imperial cult or the temple based on the spells, and then decided to go our separate ways. Also, not doing destruction spells for a monk, where we have this idea or something a little more zen and peaceful with fists. Chapel Mage Apprentice, we keep that. So far, the random has been so good, so... Are we shaking down Fargoth? No, that just doesn't fit with our guy. You know, kind of a pacifist. We don't do destruction spells, all about understanding the world and being one with it. No. Camping. Are we the sort of monk that is outside in the wilderness? A little bit on the hermit side of things. Let's do that. This guy is pretty much a full random, and that's one of the very latest features that Merlord added after we talked about it, where you can choose 3 packages. Are we watering the plants with Fargoth blood? No, we're not. You can choose 3 packages. You have the one that comes from ahead of the classes, so I'm gonna go and take that one. That gives us some armor, some potion, some monk-looking things. We can choose another 2. You automatically get the one from your starting scenario. So we also start with a bit of money, an axe, and a tent. Nice. And then we can choose up to 2. I think we're good with weapons. We don't need more. Maybe the tea set. We have to go for the tea set. Hey, Marx. Welcome on in. Let me... There we go. You want to be careful. If you pet the cat, your hand will be seen.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Hand reveal. So I'm going for the tea set. That goes well with the monk. I'm getting some Zen vibe from it. What is our last package? I think weapon. We're kind of sorted with that. And we're doing hand-to-hand. Don't care. That's what you're doing. You have some really, really high quality gear. Shall we go just for potions for the sake of surviving? That feels like a smart choice. I don't want to add more armor, especially when we start with a few pieces. And an armor is probably the way to go. So... extra survival gear, we don't need that. Oh, it really will max so many places. Are we a monk who likes music and tea? Let's be smart. We're a monk who survives. Those things, you know what I'm getting from that? How the MMC at the very beginning of it just had a few, and now there's hundreds of things. Now from the character sheet, we're getting more and more and more stuff. And then obviously I'm going to have the objective from Lucifer's mod. So this just keeps going. Let's go. Come on, get them. That chocolate is good.
And the latte?
The latte is good too.
And the kettle?
The kitten is so good. Okay. Yes. You might recognize this lovely spot. Oh, look. And again, my waves are way too big. So I'm gonna change that immediately.
You mean they're way wavy?
They're way wavy, yes. Unfortunately, I need to click multiple times, 100 times, give or take.
He's confused. There is a T in front of him and it smells, but is it for him? Is it meant to make him move away?
I don't know. Let's do that. Guys, is it incredibly loud when I press a key on my keyboard? I feel like my microphone is picking up way too many things.
Do you still have the gate for your voice and so on?
It shouldn't have gone anywhere. I'm going to double check because I don't want to break your ears. So my filters on my microphone. The nose gate was disabled. We'll see. And I'm going to crank up Morrowind just a little bit. This looks rocky. It is the West Gash, rocky West Gash. I am using, there are so many versions between the original, the original, then there is details, and then I'm using, if I remember properly, I'm using calendars because it's the one that offers the most compatibility with everything. We might find things, you know, that look weird, but that's how it is for now. So this is such a lovely place. All right, let's see. Oh, wow. I mean, that is very monk. Very monk. What, let's do that. I don't think that I want to use the shield or the tonfa. In fact, I don't have the skill for it. So, out. I'm gonna keep my gi. The wicker hat. It's not my favorite of the wicker hats, but it looks fine. Yes, we have feet. This race, sub-race of Khajiit has feet. That is good.
No more ketan.
No more ketan? He might come back. He just might. Alright. So this is us. Honestly, we're pretty decent with hand-to-hand. 54 hit points. The problem with hand-to-hand, like it increases very quickly. You can get real good real fast. But permadeath, you need to get up to the enemy and you need to stay there for a long time while you're punching them. Many opportunities to die. We'll see how that goes. We have a bit of money. We even have some tea. Tiredness gain reduced by 25% for 5 hours. Let's get ourselves a goal. I'm gonna go for random. I will allow myself multiple clicks so that we have a goal that fits, that aligns with the character. City Life Aldrun. Buy a dwelling in Aldrun. Doesn't sound like something we'd want to do. Bounty Hunter. Bring death to 20 notorious outlaws. Could be, feels a little bit aggressive, like seeking out conflict. So, in the meanwhile, what do you think of Chargen Scenarios and how it integrates with the head of the classes? Well, that's nice. Sanguine items, that would be joining the Morrowind monk assassin. A little too brutal for the character we have right now, I feel. Collect coin. I don't know that we can find 10 of any other. That's kind of hard to do. And again, monk, simple life. Do we want to collect coins? Join, no. Life of solitudinarian. Okay. You prefer to travel alone. You strongly dislike riding with caravaner or gondoliers and outright refuse any traveling companion. Oh. 10 of a coin. Yeah, you're right. Though the drams and the allied are really hard to find, even with a OAAB leveled list. But yeah, that makes more sense. Is this our guy? It's not exactly a goal, it's a handicap, but we can go with that. How do you feel about this one? We're a monk, no companions at all. Pets. Pets are okay. I think we can have pets. They're fine. And no, a Khajiit is not a pet. And we are Khajiit ourselves anyway. We keep that. No companions for us. I do not know Mark, which is a bit of a shame because I could have happily marked this place, but it's okay. I didn't even check what we have. Locked. How do we fare with... We don't. Can I just keep trying? Who have we been expecting? Let me make sure I can see what's going on. I can hear myself, which we probably do not want to do. What is happening? Oh, I know what's happening. Because I recorded a few episodes for Zinja. And when I record the episodes, I turn off all the, well, the other stuff. Activity, there we go. But how can I, Captain Rundumph? No, Captain Rugdumph. Welcome on in. Thank you so much for the follow. Let's pop that out so that I will be able to keep track of what's happening. Welcome on in. And we're set. What I need to do also... There we go. That way you guys are gonna see up the chat as well. I knew something was missing. The lock bash has failed. Can we try to lock bash with an actual weapon? Wow, we're really not good at bashing locks. I guess we'll come back some other time. I guess that wasn't ours. Somebody else was camping here. That's the only explanation I can think of. Of course, maybe the axe 1-7. might do just a little more damage. Let's try. It's been partially bashed. Here we go. The lock has been bashed open. Yeah, we'll take the lockpick so we don't have to do that again. No, we could sell that. And if I can carry that, everything, in fact, we can try to sell everything. Okay. Off we go. The adventure begins. So we are not using the services of caravaneers, captains, gondoliers. We do none of that. We still need to find a good goal for us. Would you like maybe to suggest some factions for us? I feel like this guy is fairly independent. Show us just how pretty you are. Come on. Looking good. Imperial cult. We start with the spells, realms, and Saint Mary's. These are... Al, how you doing? Welcome on in. Yeah, because of the spells we have, Solitary Pilgrim feels more like a temple thing. Yep. Diving for pearls, there's a faction goal. Not really. Do I have any good Imperial cult mod installed? I have Religions Elaborated, which was gonna work for both. Do I have more than that for the temple? I have Melchior's temple in Saran. Okay, we're joining the temple. We're joining the temple. And I guess we could go back to our roots. You know, we started out as a chapel mage apprentice. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So goal number 1 is to get to Saran without dying. Look at those tiny feet. I know some people, they have gigantic feet. In the game. In the game. Before we set out, should we... Like, I have a bit of meat. We have things to eat. But we also have things to cook. Couldn't be you. Couldn't? Ruler, hello, welcome on in. I think before we set out, we should make sure we have something to eat. Do I have a bedroll with me? I have a tent. Ah, look, I had extra things. Oh, brilliant. Oh, yes. I do like these boots. I think we look pretty cool as a pilgrim monk. Pretty cool. There was already a teapot in here. So I have one here, a ceremonial teapot, much better. We already have support. First thing I heard joining was that I played talking about knowing people with giant feet. You were size 14. Okay, I was honestly not talking about you, but I could have. Look at that water. How on earth do I remove the teapot? Or is it because I start with it that I can't replace it? Because I want to make a proper stew. And I can't. Well, I think about that. I'm gonna chop some trees. I'm not chopping the trees right next to my little camp because it's just too pretty. I don't want to change the landscape, the immediate landscape of where I am. This is West Gash, Rocky West Gash. There are different versions of it. I'm using Calinter's version, but they are all based on the same mod with some tweaks to be compatible with other mods. So, Rocky West Gash, I believe, is the name of the mod. Here we go. I'm afraid I will only be able to... Yeah, I will only be able to make more tea. Which is fine. Let's make some tea. We can chop tree down. That is a feature of Ashfall, a mod by Merlord. It's also the mod that lets me make tea. You see, I'm heating the water in the teapot. We have to wait until it's nice and hot. And then we'll make tea. Apparently, we're going to make some chokeweed or rue brush tea. Assuming those are things. Can we make those? And if not, do I have other plants that would be suitable? I think on this little bit of the island, that's all I'm gonna have. We have a dungeon here, a cold cell. But I know better than to go into a modded dungeon at level 1 in a permadeath run. So, not yet. We're not going in there yet. I think it's probably safe to take a sneak peek inside so you can see how pretty he is. It is. This is a cold cell, a mod by Tule. Let's grab some more wood. I think I remember there's no enemy immediately behind the door. Fingers crossed. It's pretty, right? I wondered if there was a ghost over there, but no, it's not. Do we go in? Do we explore more? What do you say, yay or nay for exploring a little more and potentially dying 5 minutes after creating a character? Yay? Skink, I think you just want me to die. I'm like, yeah, this is permadeath. Let's do this properly. I don't see any fish. Oh, I can't reach the one. We do have a pilgrimage to go on. I won't go very far. I can't reach this one. This is so frustrating when you see a chest and you can't open it. Blue lichen. At least we don't have red candles. If it was red candles, i.e. 6th house, I would be out of there. Faster than you can say 6th house. Let's be sneaky. It's such a lovely... Uh-oh. Lights. And when we see man-made things, we're thinking... Being able to pick up items like Oblivion is so much nicer than stock Morrowind. True. However, with mods, we do have... Like, let me demonstrate. Here's my pitcher of water. There. It's is it like it's in Fallout? I see no enemies. It has a chest. Will we be able to climb up there? Let's see. Yes, because we are Khajiit. And we actually got a few probes. Murdering, fortify sneak and invisibility. Yes, please. Okay. Maybe this place is empty and I'm afraid I'm gonna die for no good reason. I'm sneaking just in case. Somebody's making potions over there. Seems to be deserted. The pages of my journal are stained with failed attempt at alchemy. Every time I try to craft a useful potion, it turns into poison. I am cursed with this knowledge, this skill that can only bring death. I've long forgotten the taste of anything that doesn't carry the bitter sting of poison. The stench of defeat clings to me like the stink of a muck sponge. It suffocates and sickens me, and yet I cannot move. It hangs around me like a cloud, heavy and dark. Indeed. All of it bad potions. With the exception of levitation, no water breathing. Recipe silverfish. Do I have anything for alchemy? I do not. Let's take it. Ah, it's an ebony flask. No, it's actually... Okay, let's take it. That is fairly valuable, isn't it? I don't know. My mercantile is not 10. So my mercantile is so low that I don't know the value of anything. I've never gone crazy with mods. Looks like a whole different game. It can be. I think in terms of looks, My setup is definitely not the most impressive thing that you can see. Simply because crumpled paper, bandage is good. Simply because I have so many gameplay mods, like things that are rather heavy, script-wise, that I don't have a whole lot of mod to make things pretty. I don't use tons of shaders. I don't go for super HD sort of things. Because I wouldn't be able to run anything. Even as it is, I'm currently at 18 FPS. By modern game standards, that's really low. I'm well aware. But I can't do any differently. I have to have all these mods. These gameplay mods, so... And we're going deeper and deeper. We're not worried. If something happens, we'll do that. In fact, that would fortify my sneak also. If we need to get out. Okay, things are... This is so pretty! And still no one in sight. Even though clearly somebody's been here, somebody's lived here. We have a little garden here for alchemy. I assume the blue can, it's I can't pick it up. No, unless the laptop is you know, built by the NASA. Currently, let me see what MO2 tells me. It doesn't, because I was doing a search. I am at 891 plugins and maybe 900 something mods. Though none of these measurements... Whoa, 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 whoa. I see the Argonian. I have no idea if this guy is friendly or not friendly. We know that he tries to make potions, but he ends up making poison and he doesn't like it. I am not going to push my luck. Especially since we kind of helped ourselves to his stuff. I'm not convinced that the Argonian that was over there is actually aggressive. But... as Lucifer said, we have a pilgrimage to go on to. So let's do that. First thing first, we want to reach a town with a temple so that we can join the temple, and then I guess we'll be doing the 7 Graces pilgrimage. And to make it more true to how the pilgrimage should be and to our character. Can't get the chest. We are gonna do the pilgrimage in order. So I'm not gonna do the smart thing of if you know the 7 shrines you have to go to, you can sort of maximize the efficiency. I'm not going to do that. I'm gonna do them in order as per the writing in the Pilgrim's Path. Alright, the water should be boiled, at least we can make some tea. I think I can hear it. Rue brush cures dysentery. Yes, please. Good. Tea's brewing. I could try to grill a few things, but with my current skill, I'm fairly certain it's just not gonna work. So I won't. I just won't. while my tea is brewing, I'm trying to grind some meat. I think my alchemy is way low, so I'm probably going to fail. But hey, gotta do something while you wait for your tea to achieve perfect temperature and brewing levels. Also, the sun is going down. We're gonna spend the night here, make sure we have everything ready, and then we head out with the first light. I'll be able to pick up the bedroll. We have a tent. I think we'll be okay. I'm sure the meat is just ground to a pulp now. Alchemy takes a while. This is an alchemy mod that I think personally is the best. In the way that each apparatus has a different function. The mortar and pestle is to ground things to dust or to a pulp. The calcinator, you're going to cook your potion. Like, they each have things to do and they take time, as you can see, which is great for me. However, I do realize that when doing a live stream, there we go, I did it. I need to remember how it was. We said you. And then was it Shift U, Control U? No. There we go. It is time to have a cup of tea. Because we are thirsty. The immersion in this game. I had Rooibrush tea. I am hydrated. I'm just adding wood. We have enough wood for 4 hours. It's actually not that late. The weather is just really bad. I don't think we should sleep. Pilgrim's Lantern. Oh, I think that was the key for the chest. And I bashed it. Okay. Well, we're off. I do not know how to water walk. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to swim. So long as we don't have slaughterfish, we'll be good. Lovely corals. Hopefully I can get out over here. You cannot. And now I have 0 stamina. If a small slaughterfish attacks me, I won't be able to do anything. So we arrive in Corn. If only we could take the Sill Strider. That would be so easy. Though, yeah, no, we have a little bit of money. Theoretically, we could afford it. Ruler, you say you just finished another playthrough of Morrowind for the first time in years. You use the OpenMW engine with only a few mods. Honestly, if you're not going to mod your game too much, OpenMW is nice. You've done the main quest. You're considering starting the add-on. You're in Blood Moon and Tribunal. Your character is so OP though that you're wondering what the point is. It depends what level you are. Obviously, if you're close to 100, then maybe not. It depends what sort of stuff you have. The expansion, Blood Moon and Tribunal, were designed for a level 20 plus character that they had in mind. So the fights are going to be challenging. The NPCs are going to have more hit points, that sort of thing. The Nord gear in general is better quality. However, if part of the few mods you install, you have Blood Moon rebalance and Tribunal rebalance, then it will make at level 20 plus, it's going to make the expansions feel a little too easy, I think. Hello, Rivame. How is our speechcraft? Our speechcraft is as rubbish as our mercantile. That is very, very promising. In Cool, I do not have a whole lot of mods. Essentially, there's, I want to say 4 mods only. Level 74, yeah, it might feel less interesting. This is cool. Cool is a fishing village. Not much else here. You can rent a bed at Tonkar's Trade House, but other than the Daedric Ruin to the southwest, there's not much around here worth looking at. Easy, hello. Agree, level 25, you're a demigod. It's not bad, it's not great. You do not want to tell me, but will you tell me about the latest rumor? Local fishermen have reported a lizard-like shape moving about a secluded islet due west of the coast. I hope it's not smugglers. Then again, fishermen are known to tell tall tales, especially after a few too many sujamas. Still, it's got people talking about some, and some are starting to avoid that part of the coast altogether. Okay, this is about the Argonian that we've seen on the island. And that's all he wanted to tell me about. Vanilla game is very unbalanced, so yeah, you become OP quickly. Yeah, there's a lot of things you can do for that, honestly. So mods in Cool, one here, the Trade House has a unique model, and then it's a mod by, I won't remember, that changes the color of the building, so Cool's feels a little different. Also, loose, I have tried, like I have Wares, NPC, Nod, and interesting outfits, and I've played currently only with the Lord Order and with merge objects, so I'll be careful if I see some NPCs looking really weird. Hopefully, that's all it takes to make the 3 mods work together. Oh, and then what I've done, I took the interesting outfits plugins and I ran them through Versifier to give it the hold it items. That's it. So that all the NPCs modified, not I already made a patch before, but all the NPCs modified by interesting outfit and Nod can have items. This is very fancy. Look at that guard. We can probably just get rid of some stuff. Ah, yes, there is a slight issue here. Tiny issue. More tea? Greetings, Thongar. Do you mind if I have a cup of tea? Perhaps you mind? I'm gonna need a clear answer. I don't want to fight my way out of a wet paper bag. I want to know if I can have tea. You guess so. Thank you. I don't have a container for it. Let me drink that one. Hopla. No, too many containers. Thanks for the tea, Thungar. Appreciate it. Your name is Thungar. You run a business here. You barter for good and coin and you rent beds. I don't need a bed, but I am carrying a lot of things that I don't really need. I don't really want... Oh, wow. I have where's mores, and maybe I got to the point where more is too much. It's got a shit ton of things. To be honest, I started losing interest in the game when I started having to use console command because vital NPC fell through the world and they were nowhere to be found. And OpenMW doesn't fix this sort of issues. Because with Alduin, like with the original engine, it's not something that happens a lot. It happens sometimes for the player, very rarely to slip through the cracks. But NPCs, not a lot in my experience, at least. We don't need this. Are we keeping a spear? Tonfa, I don't have the skill. Fishing rod, I don't want. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 10. Guess the chitin spear is better. I don't want to use a shield. I am gonna keep my hat unless I see a better one. Though honestly, I could craft a better one as well. We'll see. Common ring, don't want. Common shoes, don't want. Extravagant ring, don't want. We're not in there to make money. This is destruction. We do not do destruction. Bargain, disease resistance, don't care, don't care. Restore fatigue is good. Okay. We have soap, but that's not an ingredient soap, so I'm gonna sell it. Display stand. Bowl, that's good for food, we'll keep that. Okay. I'm not bargaining too much, just a few more septims. Like Thongar is not even disagreeing because he knows that's hardly a bargain. Yeah, and you're a demigod by level 25, and heck, a random loot ring enchanted vanilla item exists that is capable of killing Vivek in 10 seconds regardless of your level. Even it's possible to find multiple copies. It's not balanced. I think we can agree on that. That's why there are so many mods that try to address that. I think also that the more you try to address balance, the more possible issues arise, but... Right. You're enchanted. An amulet of recall I want. Ew. I mean, I would like... Just a little bit too expensive. I will take the lantern. That's cheap. It's cool. We can carry it all the time. It's good to have. balance is for MP multiplayer. It is true. I agree that more